Welcome to Resistance. I'm Cody.
And I'm Kyle. And Cody's going to tell us what we're talking about this episode.
Well, today we're going to talk about a verse in 1 Corinthians 6, and it's 12, that says, "Everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible for me, but I will not be mastered by anything." You know, Kyle, what do you think the Apostle Paul was saying in this?
Well, Cody, I really think it is saying exactly what it's saying. I have the choice to do anything that I want to do in life. I can make any decision that I want. But the problem with that is, even though I can choose to do that, it's not beneficial for me in my relationship with Christ, my relationship with other people, and ultimately, it doesn't get me anywhere on my walk with the Lord.
Absolutely. And I would take that another step further and say that as Christians, we have to look at not what is permissible, but what is beneficial in our lives. Are we doing things just to get by? You know, are we living our lives to see how close to sin, how close to the line of sin we can come, or are we living our lives as far away from sin as possible?
And yeah, that's something we've said a couple times now in our webisodes. It's about how close to Jesus you can get rather than how close to the world you can get. And we are going to keep hearing us say that because it's so important to both of us that we believe it's not about a system of rules that you follow, but it's how close you want to get to a God that loves you and a God that died for you. And this verse really falls in with that. And I want to take it even a step farther. Let's look at this. I like to base my decisions in life based on this verse. Say a decision like drinking. Drinking is permissible according to this verse. But is drinking beneficial? Not always. There's many times that it's not. If you have an addictive personality, if you are going to drive afterwards. The Bible never says that drinking is wrong. It says drunkenness is a sin. But will I be mastered by it is another question. A lot of people are mastered by alcohol. Even if they're just college students or teenagers that just drink every once in a while, they're still mastered by it and they get enslaved to it. And that's what makes it wrong. So you have to weigh permissible, yes. Beneficial, probably not. And mastered by it, yes, you will be mastered by it. So that would be a no. So drinking is something I don't choose for my life because it gets 2 no's and 1 yes on this scale.
Absolutely. And, you know, Paul goes on to talk about in this verse that, you know, about sexual immorality and how it's the same. You know, is it permissible for you to have sex with your girlfriend? Yeah, but is it beneficial? Absolutely not. You know, God's very specific about the fact that, you know, there's a place for sex, and that's marriage. In fact, that was a gift to us from God, and we're going to enjoy it when we get married. But the thought of having sex with someone, the temptation of having sex with someone, and going through with it is not beneficial. It's permissible, but it's not beneficial.
Yeah, and we're going to make a challenge to you in this webisode, and this is what we're going to do. There's some areas in your life that you may be struggling with, whether it's a right or wrong area. What does God say about it? And for me, if God doesn't clearly tackle this issue, I go back to this verse. If it's one of those gray areas that people like to throw out there all the time, there's a gray area of the Bible. No, there's nothing gray because of this verse. I'm going to challenge you to start thinking through some of those things. Read this verse and figure out, is it permissible, is it beneficial, and will you be enslaved by it? What do you think, Cody?
Absolutely. I would say that our resistance challenge this week is figure out what is permissible and what is beneficial, and cling to what is beneficial. Don't worry about the things that are permissible, because God wants you to focus on the things that are going to glorify Him.
That's right.
So,
all right, this has been Resistance.
Peace.